Hello and welcome to the second session of the graphics class. In this tutorial we will be looking at how to make selections inside Photoshop. So I'm going to open an image here, so I'm going to file open, or if you want, as far as this place is empty, nothing is there is no project, you can just double click there and then it will bring up the open window. So let's say I want to work on this image. So basically let's say I want to change the background of this image. So remember, what you can do here is you have different selection tools here. These are all selection tools. If I right click here, I will see the lasso tool. So the lasso tool is very difficult to use because you have to be doing something like this, which is actually not easy. But I'm going to show you a very interesting tool, which is the quick selection. So with the quick selection, if you click on it, as you can see, when you come into the picture area, the brush is small, so you can always increase the size of the brush depending on what you are. Don't make the brush too bigger than the object. So when you do that, now you can highlight. You see, the moment you highlight, then you'll see that you've started selecting. Yes, if something like this happens, so you can, when that happens, you can also press undo if you wish, but there is a button here called minus. So you click on minus and then you minus this part, because remember, you don't want that part, so you can just minus it like that. So let me just decrease the size of the brush and then click on plus. The plus there means add to selection and the minus means subtract from selection. So yes, let's just do our first selection and then we can fix some of our errors. So it's important to also zoom in so that you can see what is happening. So you can press Ctrl plus for zoom in and Ctrl minus for zoom out. So I'm using Ctrl plus right now. So as you can see, let me just choose minus and then remove this. Okay, so you can also press H, this hand here, you can press H. When you press H or you click on that button, you'll be able to move around to see. So I'm going back and choosing plus to get that side, minus. So this is the quick selection tool. It's very quick when it comes to selection. Yes, okay, minus. So we remove the shadow here. So remember, you can always reduce the size of the brush depending on the place that you are highlighting. Okay, plus, press H to move around. Okay, yes, plus, back to the quick selection tool. So remember, always zoom in to check. So if I am satisfied, let me just zoom out, Control minus. I'm satisfied with the selection. I can come here at the top, make sure this is selected, the quick selection tool, and then you click Refine Edge. So what Refine Edge will do, Refine Edge will help you to smoothen the edges. As you can see, the images, the edges are a little bit rough. So but with Refine Edge, let's say using smooth, I can slide in or slide this, and as you can see, the edges are becoming a bit smoother. Right, that will help you. You can also play around with feather, contrast, depending on what exactly you're working on. So basically this is just a rough one, but you can have something cleaner than this. So always make sure that when you are cutting something, it's clean. So when I'm done, I can just put this in a new layer by choosing here new layer and then clicking OK. So when you do that, right now Photoshop is trying to create a new layer for the cropped object. So when you look at here, this is the original background layer, and now this is the the one that you remove the background. So here you have an independent object now. So basically, if I want to put this in a different background, I can still work with the same project. So what I'm going to do, I will go to File and then go to Place, Embed, and then now I will look for the background that I want to use. So let's say I want to use this background, so I can just place it and then I commit it. But if you look at here, the background comes on top of the child, so I can just click and drag to bring that down so that it will be behind. Then I can stretch the background. So remember, this background picture is a low resolution, that's why you are seeing the pixels like that. Yes, so now as you can see, I have changed the background of the child from the original background to another background. But I can also do it in another way. Let's say, for example, I go to Open, and then I open the background in a different project. As you can see, in a different project, what I can also do is to come to this project, drag the project outside like that in a floating window. So I'm just going to use the move tool now to click and drag this and bring it in this other project. Yes, so and then I snap this back. So when you do that, basically in most cases, because the image quality is higher than the background image, so that's why it becomes very big. But what you can do is you can just do something like this, or you can control minus to zoom out. As you can see, the picture of the child is on a higher resolution than the background. That's why it's so big, but you can still work it like this and make sure that it's smaller. So you can click and drag to make it smaller by just zooming out. So now you can zoom in. Now. So that's how it's done, and then you can commit it. So these are the two ways that you can actually. So but now if you look at even the image now, the quality has dropped a little bit because of the background here. So basically that is how you can remove backgrounds and then put it in another background. Yes, so I can actually work with these images now independently. Let's say I just this was shot with a digital camera, so maybe I just want to reduce the white balance and add some contrast. So basically we can just come to images and say auto tone. So Photoshop will decide how to color it. As you can see, the color has changed. If you are not satisfied, you can still undo and then you try auto contrast. Yes, that's nice. Or if I want, I can also come to adjustment, brightness or level, and then do some little bit of adjustment level just to reduce the yes. So most of the time with just this tool, you'll be able to have a very nice image that has contrast. So now I can add some text if I wish. Alright, so I'm going to change this to white. Okay, great. So remember, you can add what they call stroke by using if you select on the layer, you can use FX here, and then let's say for example I want to add stroke. I can click on stroke, and then yes, something like that. Or maybe I can change the color to something else depending, or maybe I can even pick a color from the shot. See, I can pick a color from the shot. See, by just clicking on the shot, I can pick any color from the shot and then apply it. I can increase the size like that. Yes, then I click OK. So if you are done, you can either save it as JPEG or you can save it as PNG. So thanks for watching, and then see you on the next lesson.